So tonight's Raw opened up pretty good. You have Ryback coming out to the ring in an ambulance. Cuts a pretty good promo. You know, he's not that great, but he's getting better, I will say that. And, you know, I wasn't behind his whole his heel turn just because, you know, John Cena needed an opponent, but he's getting better. But, yeah, you know, I just don't believe he's going to win the title. He pretty much declares that they're going to have a ambulance match at the next pay-per-view, which is Payback. But, yeah, you know, that was an okay way to open up the show. Then you have The Miz and Jericho versus Fandango and Barrett. And, you know, this match was basically a handicap match. You have Jericho and The Miz just kicking Wade Barrett's ass all over the place. And Fandango is not helping his partner. He's outside the ring dancing with his dance partner. So basically The Miz and Jericho win. And after the match, The Miz and Jericho basically corner Fandango, and they chase him out of the ring and leave his dance partner there. Jericho starts dancing with her. She looks like she's ready to like make out all over his face, and then he's just like, you know, I don't know, he just being Jericho. Pretty good. Then you have Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil. This match was actually pretty good. I'm surprised that this wasn't a squash match. You know, even Titus O'Neil, a big guy like that, you know, they would make these guys be, you know, like they're jobbers. But yeah, this was actually pretty good. Titus O'Neil deserves a lot better, honestly. During the match, he said fuck. I believe it was fuck. I wasn't really paying attention. I saw it like where he moved his mouth, and then you could tell that they censored it out, but I think he was like, fuck! But yeah, of course Sheamus wins, but this was pretty good. Then Paul Heyman reveals his new guy, and I'm sure a lot of people are pretty disappointed because I seen where a lot of guys were saying RVD. So of course I was thinking RVD's really coming back, but you know, you never can't believe everything that you see. But you find out it was Curtis Axel, which was I can't remember his name before that because it's been like years since I've seen him, but he's basically Mr. Perfect's son. And honestly, I think this guy has a lot of talent. I mean, of course, his Mr. Perfect's son, of course he's going to be able to wrestle. He just needs to be done right. And being a Paul Heyman guy, of course, he'll probably be a champion at some point. Triple H comes out, says he's going to kick Paul Heyman's ass. Curtis Axel basically tells him that he'll have to go through him. So he pretty much tells him that they're going to have a match tonight. So that's the main event. Then you have Del Rio versus Biggie Langston, and I am surprised that Biggie Langston went over. He actually went over in this match. Pretty decent stuff. And then you have AJ versus Layla. It's a Divas match, so go figure. I do like AJ's submission hold though, and I think it's funny when they tap out, they're tapping her ass cheek. It's like, oh god, I tap! So yeah, that's fun to look at too. Then you have Zack Ryder versus Cody Rhodes. Of course, we knew Cody Rhodes was going to win this. And then after the match, Ryback comes out and basically destroys Zack Ryder and then throws him into an ambulance. Then you have The Shield versus Team Hell No and Kofi. This was badass. This was match of the night. This is why I keep watching wrestling. It's for matches like this with these guys that have talent. You know, the guys like The Shield, people like Kane. Well, you know, Kane's good, but like Daniel Bryan, these guys that can be technical wrestlers. Kofi Kingston, you know, as bad as his character is, he can wrestle and he can be entertaining. But yeah, this match was a very long match and it was entertaining throughout. So, you know, if you put the right guys in there, if they would do it more often, then they would have a fucking amazing show. But yeah, this is this was pay-per-view worthy. And of course, The Shield won as they should. Then you have Jack Swagger versus Orton. Before this, they had on that WWE app bullshit that you could vote. Of course, who is going to vote for the Great Khali? Who the fuck would vote for that? You know what? I probably would have. If I had the WWE app, if I even had a fucking cell phone, I probably would have. I would have voted the Great Khali like 1,000,000 times and put him in there. You know? Just fuck Orton, man. You know, this match wasn't that bad, though. I hate Jack Swagger. Orton's got bored. You know, both these, the most boring guys in the company right now, and they had a pretty decent match, which Orton had a good match last night too, so of course Orton wins. And then the main event, you have Triple H versus Curtis Axel. Really wasn't much of a match. It's basically them going back and forth for like 4 or 5 minutes, and then Triple H like falls to the ground and acts like he has something wrong with him. So I guess that match at Extreme Rules affected him somehow. And the best part about this Raw, no John Cena.